My name's Simon Corbett. I run a public relations agency called Jargon Public Relations, and what we do is we get clients and companies in the press, so on TV, radio, newspapers and magazines. I'd worked in the PR industry for about 9 years, and I'd always worked for large agencies, typically top 5 agencies, so big global companies. And I'd always fancied having a go on my own, and began to think of the idea about 2.5 years ago, and began researching it, and then decided to take the plunge. Initially what I did was began to read some of the sort of small business press, because I was going to be a small business myself, and that was when I came across the Business and IP Centre in one of the small business magazines that I'd subscribed to. Using the IP Centre itself and the reports in there, that was really interesting, because I could look at some of my bigger competitors and see their numbers and data and what they were turning over and revenue and profit and all that sort of information, so I sort of had some numbers to aspire to in the future. Attending the Inspiring Entrepreneurs events was brilliant. It really helped just to hear success stories from really famous, successful entrepreneurs and where they'd started from and their journey and how they'd been so successful. Attending the networking events was great because it gave me a platform just to talk about myself and my business, and that allowed me to meet a number of different potential businesses and sort of pitch myself and my services to them. So when I attended one of the networking events, I met a guy called Rashid Ogunlara, who's a life coach and a trainer here at the Business and IP Centre, and we formed a partnership together. So I would do some PR for him in exchange for he would refer some of his clients to me, and in the first year that accounted for about 10% of our business, which as a startup company was fantastic. Over the next 12 months, I'd like to continue to grow the business, and I'd like to expand from 5 to 7 staff. I'd also like to increase turnover from 200 to around 350,000 per year. We'll definitely be using the Business and IP Centre to help us do that by attending the networking events and also by coming to the Inspiring Entrepreneur events for inspiration and motivation.